Good day and welcome back to another DB Legends video. In this video we are going to take a look at the brand new Zenkai for the blue Super Saiyan Goku from the Broly movie. Now this guy recently got a Zenkai as part of the Powerful Opponents campaign, so we're going to take a look at just how good he is after his Zenkai and basically what that Zenkai entails, and yeah, just basically take a look at everything that's kind of featured in it. So obviously, yeah, in terms of overall usability, we'll kind of see who he buffs, but I think he's okay. I don't think he's the worst unit. I don't think Zenkais are the same as what they used to be. So yeah, we'll just have to obviously take a look at him overall. But in terms of special move, he increases his special move power. He also restores or nullifies basically health restoration effects, which is pretty helpful. His main ability has been adjusted. He now restores ki, draws a special arts move, and has 35% to his ki recovery. His special arts damage and gives an additional special arts damage as well when he's facing Broly, which is somewhat helpful. I guess Legends Limited Blue Broly is still viable, so he will still help out in countering that, especially considering Powerful Opponents is quite a strong team right now, so you might see a bit more Brolys in action. Then you've also got a special skill, restoring his own ki, and also giving him increased damage depending on how many enemies or how many units on your team are remaining. In terms of his Z abilities, Zenkai abilities, so he's a Saiyan's buffer, but when his Zenkai applies to Blue and Saga from the movies characters. So someone that's going to be interesting for Ultra Gogeta, I think the most. Someone who also could be on a Saga of the movies. I think Gamma 2 or Gamma is obviously also on that team, is also a blue character, and also the Broly as well. So something interesting, I guess, for the team. Then in terms of unique ability, obviously, he's had some slight changes there. Drawing a special arts card, 30% to damage inflicted, which is pretty decent. A reduction at 10% to damage received. Obviously, if there's a defeated battle member, then he also gains the following effects when battle starts: damage received, damage reduction, standard stuff. Can't hit huge damage reduction abilities, so he's not really a tank in any sense of the form, but he can do some very big special damage, especially against Broly, or obviously if he has a whole Saga from the movies team, he becomes a little bit better as well. So he's definitely for a Saga from the movies team, or at least in a rotation with them. I don't know if you would run this guy, if you have Ultra Gogeta, if you have the Ultra Blue Gogeta, or if you have like a very movie heroes focused team. I think you could definitely use this guy. He's not too bad. I don't want to say he's cracked or really, really good. I don't think anyone's really, really good after Zenkai anymore, but he looks decent. I don't think he's a major player in the team, but he could be used to obviously bring Ultra Gogeta back into the fold, I think, the most. And then he does reduce some attributes, and he does obviously apply some debuffs to the enemy, which is always helpful. Obviously, to get his Zenkai power, standard procedure, you have the Zenkai Awakening missions, the Battle Gauntlet, the Zenkai Awakening summons you can still do if you want to, and then you also obviously have the ability to get the booster pack, or to eventually get them from Zenkai Ultra Space Time Rush when this period expires. So something relatively helpful there. I'm not going to say it's the craziest. It's pretty standard procedure now for Zenkais, that you can get them all free to play, which I think is a good thing for the most part, because Zenkais before were really good, so it's kind of a double-edged sword. Obviously, since they've made it free to play, seems like they've kind of reduced the strength of the Zenkais overall, which is always a little bit of a shame. If you guys need some assistance with the battle gauntlet. I did do a video on the battle gauntlet. It is red powerful opponent characters that are going to be most effective here. Obviously the new Cooler is going to be very effective here. But yeah, generally speaking, we don't have that big an issue in terms of taking on this content. So you can obviously get the booster as well for 2000 chrono crystals. I don't suggest it really. I don't think he's good enough to waste the chrono crystals on. Well, not waste, I should say use the chrono crystals on. Unless you're like a brand new player and you really want to run a movie heroes team and you just got Ultra Gogeta or something. Maybe, but yeah, I don't know. In terms of units, he beefs up. Obviously, here's the list. The Chilai and Broly is decent, I guess. Broly as well, Legends Limited, Ultra Rare Gogeta. Those are kind of your highlights, along with the Gamma unit as well. So there is, there is definitely units that do get the buff. Obviously, the Fierce Fight Cooler as well, but I mean, I wouldn't really suggest, investing big resources into this guy just to make the Fierce Fight Cooler work. It just doesn't seem necessary. But yeah, overall I think there are some decent options, but I think generally speaking, you're not really getting a lot out of his investment. Maybe if they made it Super Saiyans, he would have worked a lot better. But yeah, I think, for the most part, you can run a nice Saga from the Movies team, but you really only maybe playing into an Ultra Gogeta centric lineup, which is fine, but just, it's fine to do that. Ultra Gogeta is great, but yeah, I definitely think it is something that you're going to have to try and work around, play around, and see how he fits into your team. I don't think he's an easy slot in on any team, but maybe if you're running a Broly, Gogeta kind of lineup, then you can look at using him. But yeah, overall, pretty decent stuff. I think it looks interesting is probably the best term. I don't actually really want... This is the first time I've looked at a Zenkai, and I'm kind of just struggling to see where I'd want to place him. I think for me, that's always an alarming sign, just because I think where the meta is heading, he doesn't really revive a team or give a lot of extra options to bringing a team out the fold. But yeah, we'll see what happens. But yeah, that's everything you pretty much need to know. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like on it, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Until then, take care, stay safe, and bye.